Farad was appointed with ambassadorial rank. A diplomatic passport was issued to him on March 13, 2015. Mr. Monfarad's diplomatic passport was recalled and cancelled, and all official ties with him were severed effective January 20, 2016, upon receiving information that he may be a person of interest to authorities. If one reads this article penned by Mr. Richard, an admitted criminal, it is clear that it is a carefully crafted smear job which pieces together snippets of truth to create a completely false story. How one can seek to create a link between the regular issuance of a diplomatic passport to an alleged violation of international sanctions is simply too incredible to behold. For the record, I have not been approached, nor has my assistance been sought in relation to any of the matters referred to in this article. I have been assured that I am in no way considered a person of interest or relevance to the sanctions evasions case, nor any case in Iran against Mr. Monfarad. If any information were to be requested from me, I will be willing to assist. However, I have no information that could be of any relevance to matters. I wish to assure citizens of Dominica at home and abroad that this treasonous campaign by opposition forces in Dominica and their allies abroad will not succeed and will not detract us from the important work that we have to do to rebuild this country. My government is firmly resolved to remain focused on improving the lives of our people and creating opportunities for growth and development. Last week, I visited several of the major capital projects underway around the country, and I am very impressed with the pace of work. Very shortly, indeed by March, I expect to be in a position to announce the start of the indoor sports and recreational facility that I have promised to the young people of Dominica. We would also then have commissioned at least 2 of the social assistance centers referenced in my last budget address. These are the sort of things that are occupying the minds and focus of my ministers and I as we seek to forge ahead with our social and economic agenda for Dominica. We have a lot of work to do in Dominica to rebuild this country post-Erica and to address the concerns of the ordinary people of our country. These are the things which preoccupy my mind as Prime Minister of Dominica, to ensure that our farmers can continue to have access to their markets, to ensure that our children can have access to schools and the resources needed to take advantage of the many opportunities which are before them, to ensure that programs like the NEP can be sustained, to ensure that the Yes We Care program can continue to be financed fully. These are the things which occupy the mind and attention of my ministers and myself. Our detractors cannot stand the fact that we are executing our policies and programs efficiently and effectively. And this is why they have embarked on this sordid smear campaign to sully the name of Dominica globally. A country that was ravaged by Tropical Storm Erica, where close to 90% of our GDP was destroyed. 90% were able to hold our own, notwithstanding. This is all in an attempt to undermine the progress that we are making, undermine the economic stability of the country, and get rid of Roosevelt's carrot. Citizens and residents of Dominica, we need to take a stand and speak out against these brazen acts. How far will they go to secure and to score cheap political points. If they succeed in destroying the economic lifeblood of the country, to what will return? All of the productive sectors are contributing and are in build back mode. But we cannot and must not destroy what we have now in the hope of finding something better down the road. I appeal to you, my fellow countrymen and women. Let your voices be heard in condemnation of these politically barbaric acts on the part of the opposition. This is now no longer about the political demise of Roosevelt Skerrit. This is a calculated, targeted, and dishonest attack on Dominica. All right-thinking, nation-loving Dominicans need to take a stand against the antics of Linton and his UWP cohorts and say enough is enough. Stop before it is too late. We have to condemn as a country, as a responsible country, these calculated actions on the part of Linton and his cohorts, all geared towards undermining the economic well-being of Dominica. They would love to see a Dominica in chaos. They would love to see a Dominica which cannot meet provide its services and goods to its citizens. That's what they want in our country. They have a difficulty in seeing Dominicans going about their business, working together to build our country. They have a great difficulty with this. And their attempts to undermine this country will not work, because the majority of us will stand in defense and in solidarity with our country, Dominica. My dear brothers and sisters, I thank you. Let me tell you that I will not be distracted. I was elected to carry out a mandate, and that I will do for and on behalf of the people of Dominica. I thank you and have a very good evening.
All right, that was the Prime Minister speaking to the nation from Greece at 7 o'clock. About 5 minutes, 10 minutes after that very night, the opposition leader, Mr. Lennox Linton, spoke on Facebook. Let's listen.
So what does he tell us? On these matters that are now before us, where the image of the country in the international community is being shamed and disgraced by his reckless leadership behavior. He talks about a sordid smear campaign in Dominica. He talks about undermining the progress we're making. He talks about taking a stand and speaking out, and enough is enough. I don't know if he saw our publicity for the meeting in Lagos, and he must have joined us live via YouTube for that meeting that we had on Thursday night. And so he's talking now about the economic lifeblood of the country and people wanting to undermine that. And he talks about taking a stand. He is riling up his supporters to take a stand against the antics of Linton and his cohorts, which he says are geared towards undermining the economy of the country, etc. And he's busy and he will not be distracted. What exactly are you busy with, Prime Minister Skerrit? You are in Greece at the moment. You're there, we understand, in the company of Lennox Lawrence, an associate of the Greece law firm Vadikos and Vadikos, who are involved in selling Dominican passports, who are involved in ship registration for Dominica. Christos Vadikos, I understand, is one of your financial advisors. So are you in Greece to consult with your financial advisor? And since Mr. Lawrence is with you, is this about ship registry business? What business are you undertaking on behalf of Dominica in Greece? And be specific. Because Christos Vadikos was in Dominica just a few weeks ago. In the latter part of December of 2016, Christos Vadikos of Vadikos and Vadikos, who you're visiting in Greece right now, was in Dominica. So what was the necessity of this visit so soon after Vadikos visited Dominica? What are you in Greece doing? And you're up at 1 o'clock in the morning talking to the people of Dominica, but not a single word about the major matter on the minds of Dominicans at this time, which is your harboring of a fugitive from justice, accused in an embezzlement scam said to be the largest in Iranian history, accused as well of working to violate United Nations and United States sanctions on Iran. You issued a diplomatic passport to this gentleman. You hand-delivered it to Ali Reza Monfared, the head of My Dominica Trade House, in Malaysia in March of 2015. You defended Ali Reza Monfared to the hilt when concerns surfaced in Dominica about who he was and about the lies he was telling about the number of business concerns he had started in Dominica, which nobody ever saw. You allowed him to peddle those lies on the World Wide Web. Why? Because he had become your friend. And you were so enamored with him that not only did he buy a passport from us, he also bought a diplomatic passport. And Mr. Prime Minister, don't believe that we are fools. When Susan Oldie pays $400,000 to Citizens for Better Dominica, does no diplomatic work for us, but ends up with a Dominica diplomatic passport, not a Labour Party diplomatic passport, a Dominica diplomatic passport, in exchange for monies into the private hands of Labour Party operatives. She has paid for her diplomatic passport. And when you appoint David Sue ambassador, and David Sue can tell you in a letter in 2007 that he gave you cash, he gave your ministers cash. He gave you and your ministers watches, jewelry, clothing, computers, and he also paid for the sexual entertainment of you and your ministers in Macau. He has paid for his diplomatic passport. And when Francesco Corallo and Alison Madweki get our passports in secret circumstances that we in Dominica know nothing about, they're not doing diplomatic work for us, but they have our diplomatic passports. What do they have these passports for? In the case of Francesco Corallo, it was for him to avert justice from the Italian authorities. That was clear from day one. Why would you be giving him that privilege for nothing at all? Remember, he's not working for us, He has the diplomatic passport. He's not working for us. So why does he have it? Why did Alison Madweki have it? Why did NG Lapseng end up with our diplomatic passport and then had to say in U.S. court in a filing that he had this honorary passport from the Commonwealth of Dominica because of a willingness to invest $20 million in a hotel project, which we never saw in Dominica, but he had our diplomatic passport. What did he do for us? Apart from entertain you, and some people say he sent the Mercedes-Benz down to Dominica, this man paid for his diplomatic passport. Every single one of the crooks, the criminals, and the bandits around the world, the scoundrels who are holding Dominica diplomatic passports, paid for those passports. And you know that, Mr. Skerritt. It is time you come clean with the people of Dominica. But we're not begging for you to come clean anymore. It is time for you to go. Because even now, given the opportunity for you to speak honestly with the people of Dominica about the circumstances of Ali Reza Monfared and the fact that while the Iranians wanted him to face trial in Iran, he was being harbored by you and your friends in Dominica after he was involved in a multi-billion, as he's alleged to be involved in a multi-billion-dollar embezzlement scam in Iran. He was also involved in helping Iran to beat United Nations and UN sanctions. violate sanctions. And you don't expect the United States and other countries, other member nations of the UN, to have an interest in your role in these matters? You want to believe that if such a thing should happen, then it is the fault of the opposition? No, Mr. Skerritt, it is your fault. It is the result of your reckless, unacceptable behavior as leader of this country that the country finds itself in this very difficult situation internationally now. We have been looked at as a rogue nation. We've been looked at a country that doesn't give a damn about global security because we have some petty, personal, economic interest to protect in the government, not among the people, because the people will survive and the people will go on. And you talk as though there will be no Dominica after you stop selling passports and after you stop putting our diplomatic passports in the hands of crooks and criminals. There'll be no Dominica. We don't agree, and that is why you must go. And you know, anybody, any right-thinking, conscious Dominican listening to the Prime Minister from Greece tonight, 7 o'clock our time, 1 o'clock in the morning in Greece, basically seeking to pull wool over the eyes of the people of Dominica at this time where our image, our standing in the international community is being so brutally debased. To stand and to believe you can play psychologist on us and talk about enough is enough and opposition is this and opposition is that. Mrs. Garrett, it is time to be honest with yourself, with the people of Dominica and the rest of the world. You must stop selling Dominican. As a matter of fact, let's not even go there. We're not asking you to stop selling passports anymore. We're asking you to get the hell out of office so that Dominica can breathe again, that Dominica can face the world as an honest citizen of the global community, interested in the well-being and progress of global civilization. That is what we want. That is who we want to be. Not a rogue country where the government is doing as it pleases and the Prime Minister is making off like a bandit, hobnobbing with all sorts of scoundrels and rascals around the world, fattening his pockets from the proceeds of the sale of our diplomatic passports, and he believes that we will sit back and say nothing. And his defense against that is the opposition has done this and the opposition has done that. No. Well, the opposition is participating in the democracy of Dominica. We believe that we have a right to stand where the interest of the country is being injured, and we will stand. You're not going to prevent us from standing. And you're not going to prevent the massive demonstrations that are going to come against your administration either. So there's a plan, I understand, that you'll be welcome back. Mrs. Skerritt is going to be welcome back to Dominica with a big demonstration next week. They're going to move a whole set of people up to Melville Hall Airport and drive him back down to Roseau in a convoy with flowers and so on. Give him flowers because he must get flowers. He must get flowers for thievery, for dishonesty, for lying, for cheating, for stealing. That's what you're giving him the flowers for. And I think that the people of Dominica need to be careful, you know, because right now it is not just about loving your PM and supporting your PM and being in solidarity with your PM. It has now gotten to the stage of supporting what your PM is involved in the global community. And your PM, your Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerritt, is involved in some very disgraceful, dishonest acts that a leader could ever involved in international affairs. Namely, the selling of diplomatic passports to crooks and criminals. Now, in the case of Alireza Montfared, harboring an accused criminal said to be involved in the biggest embezzlement scandal in the country of Iran, but yet he was being hidden in Dominica, the holder of a diplomatic passport. You cannot get more reckless than that as a leader. And you cannot compromise your country's standing in the global community more than that as a leader. And it is time for you to go. So the people must now ask themselves, when I say I'm supporting my PM and I'm going to be waving flags when he comes back, in fact, what I am saying, it is okay for him to behave as recklessly as he is behaving in the international community. It's okay for him to harbor criminals. It's okay for him to sell our passports to crooks and criminals. I am good with that because I love my PM. That's what you want to be known for? as a citizen of the Commonwealth of Dominica? Somebody born on this isle of beauty, this isle of splendor, this isle to also sweet and fair? That's what you want to be known for? Glorifying one man, to the point where you forget country and you think country can go to hell because you're in solidarity with your PM. Your PM is doing all sorts of evil, but you're in solidarity with your PM as somebody who now stands disgraced on the worldwide stage for harboring a fugitive from justice, someone accused of being involved in a multi-billion-dollar scam in this country and in beating United Nations and US sanctions. That's what you want to be known for? Wow. And we're good Christian people of good conscience? Wow. Wow. Dominica, again, stand up, rise up, and save your country. When your prime minister can leave your country hurriedly and head off to Greece to see a man who was in Dominica a few weeks ago, something is up, something is wrong, and you need to pay attention to that. He came tonight to try to stop you from standing against him, but he gave you no reason to stand for him. He gave you more reasons to stand against the nonsense that he's involved in the international community. And if we were a different country, if Dominica were a different country, after that speech tonight, the streets of Roseau would be flooded with people angry that a prime minister can so insult their intelligence. But we're a little more patient. So it takes a little time for the insult and the foolishness to sink in, and then we'll respond. But we will respond, there's no question about that. All right? All right, so keep your eyes on this. Don't allow yourself to be fooled or to be tricked or deceived. Keep your head on, focus on the truth, focus on the facts, and all will be well. But also, the responsibility to save your country belongs to you, belongs to all of us, acting together for God and for country in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Your national anthem says, and I quote, "Come ye forward, sons and daughters of this gem beyond compare. Strive for honor, sons and daughters. Do the right, be firm, be fair. Toil with hearts and hands and voices, we must prosper, sound the call, in which everyone rejoices. All for each, and each for all."
Opposition leader, Mr. Lennox Linton, speaking on Saturday night via Facebook. And the drama kept unfolding on the weekend. Hours after, we heard of this report. From the Dominican Net. Let's listen.
Just days after the arrest of Ali Reza Monfared by Iranian authorities on embezzlement charges surrounding the siphoning of funds from the illegal sale of oil to Iran, Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett, accompanied by Lennox Lawrence, made a hasty trip to Greece. Lawrence is Dominica's non-resident ambassador to Greece and also the man responsible for registering vessels under the country's flag of convenience protocol. Most of the vessels are registered in Greece but carry the Dominica flag. In June 2015, a concerned citizen made available to TDN a list of 11 tankers of the Ocean Tankers Group registered by Dominica but stationed next door to Malaysia in the country of Singapore. Of significance is the fact that Monfarad operated out of Malaysia using the My Dominica Trade House and another company registered simply as Dominica One. When the list of Dominica registered tankers was received, the concern revolved around the fact that the tankers were typically around 20 years of age and all at least were recently purchased second-hand. The vessels, along with their International Maritime Organization numbers, are Ocean Concord 905-2874, Ocean Emerald 900-2207, Ocean Gurnard 912-3881, Ocean Kite 912-9201, Ocean Manta 912-3867, Ocean Marlin 912-6895, Ocean Murray 912-3870, Ocean Osprey 915-0652, Ocean Princess 860-1496, Ocean Seal 911-3094, and Ocean Swift 912-9213. TDN has also been reliably informed that U.S. authorities are investigating the role that these vessels may have played in usurping Iranian sanctions, which did not allow the shipment of goods and especially oil from Iran. Prime Minister Scarrett remains in Greece, where in a 1 a.m. broadcast from Greece to the people of Dominica, he denied recent media reports that a criminal investigation had been launched against him by U.S. authorities. Meanwhile, opposition leader in the Dominica Parliament, Lennox Linton, has called on the Prime Minister to give the people of Dominica the specific reasons for his visit to Greece at this time.
All right, when we come back, Dominica, we'll be hearing from St. Kitts. Of course, the issue was addressed on the weekend, but let's take a few phone calls. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning, sir.
To your listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, the Prime Minister's speech doesn't even worth replaying. Matt, over the weekend, I read at least 10 different authors in the international arena, all writing about this issue with Dominica and its connection, its involvement via Roosevelt Scarrett with this Monfarad, the sanction evasions, and all these things. Matt, not one of them had any Dominican that I know of involved in the writing of those things, Matt. None of it was anything to do with the opposition. They didn't influence it. They didn't write it. But instead of the Prime Minister telling us or explaining to Dominica why is it that his name is mentioned with this guy? Why is it that he was harboring this guy there? Why is it that requests by international law enforcement to bring him there was not honored? He's telling about the opposition and their cohorts trying to undermine the country. What economy? Dominica has no economy. The only thing they have now is selling passport. And that's what Scarrett is afraid of, because he controls all the money into the country. You don't have farmers, you don't have manufacturing, you don't have anything. He controls all the money, and that is what he wants. And to hide it, he's blaming the opposition for everything. I guess, Matt, if his wife gets sick, he will say it's the opposition. Good morning, Matt. God bless us all.
Good morning to you too, sir. 852, hello.
I say praises, thanks, blessings, and to all of humanity. Mr. Peltier, blessings to your family, sir.
To you too, sir.
And I give thanks to you for your contribution, trying to enlighten the people that seem fast asleep. I pray that they will be awakened by these realities, Matt. Matt, the brother is like a spoiled child, and the citizens of Dominica that are turning a blind eye to what he's doing is like the parent or parents that spoil that child. So that child can do no wrong. Everything that child do, that child can blame it on somebody else, like the song, blame it on the rain, blame it on the sun, blame it on Linton, blame it on everybody else, but not on that spoiled child. My brother can remember the CBS thing when that, I think it was some journalist asked him about, if CBS would have contacted you, would you go? He said, no, because he would be going there to besmirch Dominica. The brother is saying now, if they would ask him any questions having to do with that guy they just catch there, he would cooperate, but he don't know nothing about the guy. Matt, did you get that part, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
He he said he would have cooperated. But guess what? He knows nothing. My brother, come on. I have said already, I'm sorry for Roosevelt Skerrit, really and truly, because right now the brother is like Atlas. How can you maneuver among all these realities with lies, all these disclosures with lies, all this evidence with lies? You think you're Houdini? How can you extricate yourself from things that are so obvious? And you really think, well, he's governing a colony of clowns. But all of us are not behaving like clowns, Matt. All of us are not behaving like zombies. There are people with a bit of common sense, can clearly discern wrong from right, Roosevelt Skerrit. And when you listen to Austrian, all of them trying not to deal with the relevant and substantive issues. Lennox Linton, the opposition, their cohorts, and all kind of foolishness, and they're not dealing with the issues at hand, Matt. Dominicans need to rise up and get rid of that monster. Thank you.
Thank you too. Let's take a phone call. Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Yes, morning, Matt.
Yes.
What I can understand, Matt, is we cannot have this report going out internationally, not only nationally, internationally, while we have this report going on. And then you have the people on another radio station talking about something totally different to the people of Dominica. It cannot be. Dominicans have to take a stand on that. We cannot have our real report going on this station trying to educate the people in Dominica, and you have people on another radio station at the same time, like now. So I listen to them all now, so they're on the radio station on Kyrie FM, talking nonsense to the people. We have to stop those things, man.
Well, you know what they say? It's a democratic country. 8:55. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Hello.
Matt, I listen to Regional Austria. Regional Austria believe that all of us going to wear that badge of honor, like them labor rights, Matt. He think all of us are fools. We are not fools. It's too obvious. That time they will go. Good morning, I'm listening.
Good morning, good morning. Hello, talk to me. Another call, this time from the overseas line. Hello.
Good morning, Matt. How are you this morning?
My friend, good morning to you, yes.
Matt, I am lost for words. I don't know how to describe this government, this regime. All I'm saying to them, to save themselves from themselves, get the hell out, go, give Dominica a chance to grow. Thank you, sir.
This is a call from the overseas line. Hello, talk to me.
Morning, Matt.
Morning.
Yeah, there's a new posting on the Caribbean News now, the top story. If you read it, then the Caribbean News now is saying that they got in touch with the State Department for clarification that if there's investigation going on, and the State Department say yes, there is investigation going on.
All right, well, I'll check that report out, okay?
Yes.
I think I saw a glimpse of that, but I'm sure, you'll get all updates as we move along. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
To you, sir.
Matt, I see the Prime Minister giving a coward and defensive speech and nervously reading a non-vetted speech as well. Matt, let us take it from Mr. Austria's perspective. The Prime Minister has had many meetings and is tired. A tired man to me should be asleep, not awake at 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning giving a speech. So that's a flaw already. You cannot be tired having so many meetings, yet you have to start at 7 o'clock, which is equivalent to the time in Greece, for about 1 o'clock in the morning. So that is not a tired man. Matt, here's something, The Prime Minister in his speech, he said, foreign and friendly governments to Dominica, they have been told to expect this. Matt, is it not the Prime Minister who's spreading now his rumors? How could you tell us that friendly governments to Dominica expect that kind of rumor? So, you write into every foreign friendly government around the world to tell them expect there's a campaign against Dominica with respect to the opposition. Matt, that's flaw number 2. And Matt, while the Prime Minister is willing and ready, because he said that in his speech, he's willing to come forward to assist with information. All of a sudden, the man who he was cutting cake with in Malaysia, a man who he sent a delegation to meet, a man who was his friend, he said he has no information about that man. Matt, you see Roosevelt Skerrit? Roosevelt Skerrit needs help. And right now, he's cornered. Mr. Roosevelt Skerrit demit office. Mr. Roosevelt Skerrit resigned. You are no longer fit to be Prime Minister of this country. Matt, thanks for the opportunity.
The world is listening. The region is listening. Of course, the issue was addressed on The Bigger Picture in St. Kitts, produced by Dominican journalist Ken Richards. Let's take a listen.
Dominica has become embroiled in another diplomatic passport scandal, underscored by reports this past week that one of the island's choices for diplomat had turned upsettingly sour. Here's a Win FM reporter of that development. Concern is being expressed about the possible negative impact that the latest diplomatic passport scandal Dominica has found itself embroiled in can have on the OECS countries. Media reports have confirmed that an Iranian man accused of helping to embezzle billions of dollars while the country evaded international oil sanctions was arrested by Interpol after a lengthy international manhunt. Alireza Montfarid, 43, is accused of involvement in Iran's biggest ever corruption scandal, working alongside tycoon Zanjani, who was sentenced to death last year for pocketing $2.8 billion while helping the country bypass sanctions. Montfarid, described as a Dominica diplomat, is reported to have had 2 Dominican passports, a diplomatic one and another obtained earlier through Rozo's economic citizenship program. The head of Iran's International Police Department is quoted as having said that Montfarid was extradited via Havana and Moscow before arriving in Tehran on Sunday. He's reported to have been arrested in the Dominican Republic. Regional broadcaster Vincentian Jerry George says this latest scandal can hurt not only Dominica but the OECS and CARICOM.
A Dominican passport is sold, yes, but it affects me, Jerry George, in St. Vincent, because the passport I carry on 2 bases. One, it's an OECS document. I'm part of the OECS. Therefore, whatever happens with Dominica happens to me. Whatever Dominica exposes, I am exposed to. And secondly, it is a CARICOM passport. It's going to affect all of us now or in the future. There are pictures with this man, and he is with the Prime Minister of Dominica. According to what is said, it seems that they are in some kind of business together. Is this really, really, really the level to which our Caribbean leadership have come?
A statement from the government of Dominica says Montfarid became a Dominican citizen in 2014 and was found to be a respected businessman with substantial business ties in Malaysia and Southeast Asia. According to the statement, the Iranian demonstrated a great desire to be of assistance in promoting Dominica and sourcing business and investment opportunities on behalf of Dominica in that part of the world. The government says due diligence investigation was conducted in 2014 in respect of him by an internationally recognized U.S. due diligence firm as required by the relevant regulations. The statement says too that Montfarid's due diligence report showed no areas of concern in any jurisdiction or country including Iran, and he passed all other security checks. The Roosevelt Skerrit-led administration says Montfarid's diplomatic passport was recalled and cancelled, and all official ties with him were severed effective 1 year ago on January 20, 2016, upon receiving information that he may be a person of interest to the authorities. The opposition United Workers' Party says its leader Lennox Linton has been vindicated after Linton was harshly criticized for his comments on the CBS 60 Minutes program Passports for Sale that a number of fraudsters and people of ill repute had been made diplomats by the Dominica Labour Party administration. Dominican Athlete Martin agrees with the Jerry George assessment that the diplomatic passport scandal will hurt the region. He spoke to the bigger picture.
I think it is hurtful in several ways. First of all, to the psyche and the mindset of Dominicans who are already under tremendous pressure trying to kind of filter and manage all the negative news relating to the sale of passports and a lot of indiscretions, to put it very mildly, on the part of public officials. And to have on top of that, a situation where proof positive in the form of the presence of someone who is the target of an international security search for violating the terms and conditions of a United Nations endorsed sanction against Iran, and to have that person have been living here for the last several months, to have that person be someone who had a diplomatic passport for our country. The other person who had an ordinary passport. I mean, the damage to the psyche of the Dominican person, the average Dominican person, and the thinking Dominican person is quite extraordinary. That's one. Regionally, the damage is that, Dominica just completed its latest stint as chair of CARICOM. We completed that in December. So it means that a lot of these really awful things, these nefarious things, where we were running afoul of accepted international procedures relating to safety and security and the management of sovereignty and borders, that was happening while Dominica was chair of CARICOM. It casts a shadow not just over Dominica as an island, but it casts a shadow over the entire regional grouping. And that's not good news at a time when we need to be even deepening our integration in the face of a world that is not so friendly.
Prime Minister Skerrit is known to want to make sure that Dominica gets the best that it can in terms of investment, in terms of moving the country forward. But his choice of diplomats, persons from other countries who may have acquired Dominican citizenship, it leaves a lot to be desired. There are many questions to be asked. Why is he getting it so wrong?
He's getting it wrong because he doesn't have a clue, my friend, as to how to go about attracting investments that would lead to the development of the island. Let us be clear that the only reason we have become so dependent upon the sale of passports as a revenue source for the government of Dominica is that we have failed to go after the legitimate sources of massive amounts of funds that still exist with the European Union, with bilateral agencies, and many, many other green financing agencies. And that is as a result of the national policy for investment, promotion, and development being murky, unclear, uncertain, and such uncertainty has allowed us to back away. And most recently, we are hearing the Prime Minister complain about the slowness with which the international financial institutions actually end up disbursing funds. It's not a slowness. It's just that given all the nonsense that has gone on in the international financial world, the international agencies have introduced guidelines and protocols for ensuring that the taxpayers' money of the richer countries of the world do not end up in the pockets and bank accounts of leaders of the developing world. And so, yes, there are due diligence requirements. There are protocols for ensuring, for example, that when the money of a donor is used to do a road or a bridge or building, that there is open tender and that people have equal opportunity to get a bid so that we don't have political nepotism creeping in. So if you're a leader who doesn't want to go that route, then it appears to you that there is no financing available or that the process is too slow for your liking. But the fact is the exact opposite. There's more international development finance available today than there was 25 or 30 years ago. But we have chosen not to go out after it because it crimps. It prevents the wild and loose and cavalier allocation of funds to friends and political cronies and so forth. And that is why we end up in this unfortunate situation.
All right, that was Anthony Matter speaking to the bigger picture in St. Kitts. We'll hear more on that program on Talk on the Block. We take a break and come back. This is The Hot Set.
Ready for the Caribbean's most original carnival, Dominica's Carnival, Mass Dominic 2017, February 4th to the 28th. Revel in the splendor of a masquerade band. Experience the parade, the non-stop fets, Dominica Nights, Dominiki Do, Mass Dominic, the real mass. Come, revel with us. Visit us online at dominicafestivals.com or call us at 767-255-8221.
Activate any one of our combo plans today and enjoy double the data, double the talk, and double the text. Double the fun, flow, Carnival.
This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them hello. Sonata.
Enjoy the simple things the joyful dancer brings. You're from land to back, it's a good-natured snack. All natural. today. On natural, and in chips, and to pack, it's a good-natured snack. By popular demand, Stedham 10 presents Volume 4, Stedham Meets Carnival on Saturday, February 4th, 9 p.m. at the Strip Lale Coco. Saturday, February 4th, right after the grand opening of Carnival, a night of Bacchanal Carnival Lego Jackets. Who will be the first ever Stedham Jesters Monarch for a grand prize of $500? Walk Suck Unwanted DBS Mighty Jack Lady V. Stedham Meets Carnival, also Stedham Calypsonian, and the Bad Boys from Lapwet First Serenade. Legend! Stedham Meets Carnival, Lapoca with Sensei, Bwapa, TG Girls, Carib Girls, Mapao Girls. Bacchanal Classics by General Natty Spencer, Dine One More. Hold my thing and do something. Saturday, February 4th, after Carnival opening. Stedham Meets Carnival at the Strip Lale Coco from 9 p.m. Partners include Digicel Airline sponsor Caribbean Big and Soccer Rum, Domlek, Dominican National Lotteries, Media 7-Eleven Plus and Millions Bar and Green, Mapao, Petro Caribbean Court, Vibes Radio, Fine Foods, ACSQ 95 FM, The Signman, Simon's Visual Arts, Carry FM, DBS Radio, Mapping 2K4, T-Pex Cola, TNO, Stedham Meets Carnival, Saturday, February 4th, San Kaima.
For all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica, shop at S-Mart. Shop smart at S-Mart.
Shop smart at S-Mart. Give me some Lotto.
All my favorite
Shop
snacks.
smart at S-Mart. I get a top-up flow and digital. Shop smart at S-Mart.
Sunday to Sunday.
Open on holidays. Shop smart at S-Mart. So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service.
Hey.
Unlimited parking. Hey. All the best products at S-Mart. You get the best prices.
Hey. Shop smart at S-Mart for great prices and unlimited parking. Entrance and exit on both Goodwin Road and Rawls Avenue. Open 7 days a week. Call 448-2340. Shop smart at
S-Mart.
Reliable sources have confirmed that the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth, Roosevelt Scarrett, is currently under investigation being conducted by an agency of the United States for his role in the sale of a Dominican diplomatic passport.
And the debate continues. This is Q95. This is the Hot Set. The numbers are 449-3095, 449-3096, 97-616-4257. We're going back to the telephones, taking your phone calls. Hello.
Yes, my brother, what's going on, man?
Okay, my brother, how you doing?
Yes. I mean, just an observation, things are really happening in the Caribbean and they're starting to watch us. The reason why I'm saying that, I was in St. Lucia over the weekend, me, my cousin, and some friends went to celebrate their daughter's 6th birthday. And in coming back to the U.S., when the plane landed, I look out to the window, I observe customs vehicles. So I tell my cousin, why custom is out there? Usually custom, is something wrong. So when we went in, there was 3 custom officers standing, and that never happened before. Because once you get off the plane, you automatically you must go to custom checkpoint. But prior to that, as we get off the plane, there were 3 custom officers standing, immigration officer. Everyone, remove your passport and ID, hold it in your hand. I'm like, damn, you looking for somebody or something? That's what I tell my cousin. But I ain't got nothing to worry about because I know I'm not into nothing. So everyone took out their passport and whatever they have to document, and we walk through them. We show them our passport. They check. Okay, have a fine day. Go ahead. So when I went to the custom officer, I say, "What's up? What's going on?" They say, "Well, we're just doing our thing." I say, "Well, it wasn't me. I like to joke around." And I say, "No, it wasn't me, man. I know." Then you have a great day. You're all right. Good to go. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that something is going on. The Caribbean now is being watched. Is it because of what's going on with our government and diplomatic passport and those things? They're looking out for certain individuals. So this is an observation to tell those people that's in Ireland that haven't traveled yet, to let them know that this thing is real. We people in the Caribbean are being watched, not only the Muslims and in the Middle East. Now something is wrong with the Caribbean. We are being watched once we come in the U.S. territory. So they have to be mindful and don't support the things that the government is doing. It will hurt them and their children later on. You understand what I'm saying? It's sad that they're on island not realizing what's going on out there. So we
but it's interesting that you're making that report, because I've been receiving a lot of messages on the weekend about a particular document that the U.S. government may want some residents to sign. Something interesting is going on. I can't put my finger on it, but I've been getting a lot of reports. So I guess we'll have to continue to watch.
Yep, definitely, my brother. You have a blessed day.
All right, it's 9:14 in the morning. I can't really put my finger on it, but something is going on, and we'll continue to watch. $9:15. Hello.
Hello, morning, Mr. Calderon. How do you do, sir?
Morning.
Very interesting matter. Very good point. And you're asking the same question. And my friend is very serious. It's crucial now for traveling through the Caribbean into the U.S., London, and what have you. There is a particular document they make you sign. You know what's that document, Matt? Something to revoke your green card. If you're a permanent resident, you sign that document. People have to be very cautious and observant with what's going on in the U.S. now, traveling through the U.S. It's crucial, it's dangerous for the Caribbean now. This government have created a stigma, a really, really serious threat to the people of Dominica and the rest of the region. It's unfortunate, it's sad, Matt. Very, very sad.
Well, this is the message that's been circulating on the weekend. If anyone you know is coming into this country, tell them not to sign a form. This form strips you of your residency. This is what the message is saying. People might get bullied into signing this. It seems right now that custom agents are looking at green card holders on a case-by-case basis. So make sure you or someone you know doesn't sign this. And the document, of course, is on there. I'm sure by the end of the day, you might get access to this one. 9:17, and I don't know if the two, I can't tell you for sure if the two, may be related, but this message has been going on and being circulated on the weekend there. Hello.
Matt Blessings, it's just me again.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you have heard me, and even my Dion, and a couple other people talking about the New World Order. We have not seen nothing yet. I saw when Trump was signing the immigration thing having to do with the Middle Eastern people to ban them from coming. There was the Mafubet sign right at the back of him, the upside down 5-point star, which is the goat head, and with some image on it. Hey, they're so obvious. And it's the most difficult thing to observe, Matt. But, Matt, we have not seen nothing yet. Trump was handpicked to put there. Chaos in the world. But, Matt, I listened to the brother in St. Kitts. What's his name, the Dominican brother? Ken Richard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There was a politician who made a comment having to do with jeopardizing the whole regional, not security, but it's the whole region in having criminals and crooks have our diplomatic passports sold to them by Dominica, the Dominica Prime Minister, and how it's OEC documented. Matt, haven't you heard that in Dominica when we were saying, are these other countries in the Caribbean are not concerned about the reckless sale or distribution of our passports? What if something happens? Now something is on the rise now. They're talking. So this whole political, fraternal, organizations in the region, all of them wanting these would-be dictators in the Caribbean. The people are a bit very militant, and the people have them under surveillance so they can come with a full-fledged dictatorship like Venezuela and everywhere else. So I am saying, Matt, we have been sounding that call, asking these Caribbean leaders, but not what all you're doing. But it seems like everybody protecting themselves, everybody want to make the millions from the passports, but we were saying we are in the red, we are in danger. Can somebody please call up Roosevelt Skerrit? Now look at where we are. And could he be a messenger of the New World Order, looking to further instigate and agitate? I listened to him in his speech there, telling people, oh, they must let their voices be heard. And right, Matt, I'm ready for anything anyway. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's move on here. 919, hello.
Good morning, Mr. Matt Peltier. Top of the morning to you, and top of the morning to all your listeners.
Good morning to you, sir.
Matt Peltier, I am so bewildered how Dominicans are quick to condemn Donald Trump, the newly president of the United States. Even though Trump is doing a lot of things that is kind of unorthodox. However, Roosevelt Skerrit, who has done far worse about his country, and yet still they run to protect Roosevelt Skerrit. Matt, this morning I am calling on Colin McIntyre, Dr. Colin McIntyre, Dr. Kelva Daru, Dr. Kelva Daru and McIntyre and Francine Baron. Matt, these people are tainted. Justina Charles, tainted. They all drank the drink of corruption from Roosevelt Skerrit. And I am telling them and I am reminding them, they are the ones who came in and said the UWP was corrupt and Edison James was corrupt. And today, Roosevelt Skerrit has done 1,000 times worse than the UWP ever did while they were in office for 4 years. Yet still they are defending corruption. The clergy in Dominica, Bishop Malzer, where are you? When are you going to talk to your people in church and tell them what is happening to the country is wrong? And Roosevelt Skerrit is a bad leader, a corrupt leader. Roosevelt Skerrit lies and lies and lies. In other words, he's telling people in his address that he gave Susan Oldie the passport for nothing, free. He did not sell. He did not sell to Corallo. He did not sell to all the nefarious guys who are now holding our passports, diplomatic passports, and making Dominica a rogue state in the region. Matt, Dominicans need to wake up. Labor rights, I am calling on you to stand up for the last time, because your country is going down a deep, dark hole that you will be held accountable for being silent. You will be held accountable for supporting corruption. You will be held accountable for defending an evildoer of your country. Thank you very much, Matt. I'm listening, and have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. Hello, talk to me.
Hey, morning, Matt. How you doing?
Okay, sir.
Morning to you and the Dominican Republic. Yeah, Matt, I've been listening to this thing here, and then past the stage of listening to, I want to hear anything else that Mr. Skerrit and his government has done. We have to start working on how we're going to deal with this matter. And this is what I'm suggesting, man. I'm suggesting that an official request be sent to the government of Dominica by the opposition, requesting we need to know what is happening, and we don't need Mr. Skerrit to tell us. So he has to be suspended. We're going to ask that the government be suspended, the whole government be suspended. And we're talking about not only the parliament, I should say the parliamentarians, everybody, opposition and everybody else, we're suspending that whole thing. And we're going to put a new management team in place from people from civil society who have integrity and competence. We're going to put them there to manage the affairs of the country. And they will be mandated immediately to begin inquiries into that CBI program. They will continue and stay there and manage the economy until such time that the results are out. When the results are out, if it is in Skerrit's favor, he will be reinstated with his whole government. If it is found that he is found guilty, then the government automatically disappears. this team will immediately begin an put electoral thing in place.
Electoral reform.
With a new electoral commission, and they will begin trying to get elections in place as soon as possible. If Mr. Scary refuses to leave, Matt, then the people will have to force him to. We will demonstrate, we will sit down, and we will not move. Rain, sun, snow, whatever comes, storm, we will not move. We know they're going to send tear gas, but they can never have enough tear gas to destroy the will of the people back. And we want to stay there, we will eat, we will drink, day in, day out, until Scary gets out, and we'll reinstate that whole system back again. This is what I'm looking for. I don't want to hear what Scary is doing anymore. It's gone past that stage. We just have to try to get rid of this man. No, that's what we have to do now, before it gets too late. The outside world is listening. And they have to understand that we are doing something positive about this. We cannot just say that we need to do that now. I mean, I'm expecting Mr. Christian and the opposition to have something in place that is sent into the government by tomorrow.
Caller, thank you very much. 9:25 is the morning time. Hello. Yes?
I want to ask we Dominicans a couple questions. Do we love our country? That is one. And if we love our country, are we prepared to accept the continuation of the tarnishing of the image of this country we love? And if we cannot accept that, something must be done. We cannot continue to just sit and talk and say, I love who and I love who and I love who. It's so shameful to be listening to what Dominica has come to.
Thank you very much, caller 926, and the calls continue to come in there by the numbers. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, Matt, and of course, blessed 2017 to you and the entire Dominican people, Matt.
To you too.
Yeah, Matt, bear with me a second here, please, because I don't call your program very often, because as I have indicated on numerous times in the past, that what is in Dominica parading as a government is not a government. And I have called for the removal, the dismissal, the termination of the life of that government. And I cannot understand why the Dominican people are so tolerant and so patient, Matt, with Roosevelt, Skerrit, and his gang. Now, Matt, I just want to agree with the caller just before the last mail which called on the program.
Mm-hmm.
And I am suggesting, Matt, please bear with me, that the opposition, in collaboration with other civil groups in Dominica, write to the Trump administration presently, Matt, because Trump seems to have a problem with voter fraud. And we're making a case, Matt, that this government was fraudulently elected, and we are going to have inquiries, Matt, and we are calling for sanction on this administration to terminate, to bring down Roosevelt, Skerrit, and his gang, because it seems as though we are powerless in Dominica to do it. So we are depending outside help. But I want to agree with the last caller, Matt, that we need to suspend, this government needs to be suspended, I would say dismiss, and the Dominican people need to be gathering in Roseau and be asking and be gathering, just like we see protests all over the world. All over the airports, we see the protests. We see the masses gathering. It is time we begin to gather ourselves, Matt, and ask for this Roosevelt Skerrit regime to be removed, Matt. Because the damage that is being done to Dominica, I'm not even sure it will be able to be repaired in our lifetime, Matt. I am not even sure. Because Dominica has no airport. Dominica has no healthcare system. The roads in Dominica are terrible. Dominica have no upgrading bridges. There is no improvement in the lives of Dominica. There is no improvement in the infrastructure in Dominica. And yet still we are hearing these guys have millions and millions and millions of dollars, Matt. And Dominicans cannot eat bread. Dominicans going from hand to mouth, hand to mouth. Dominicans are just leaving Dominica by droves and going to Antigua and St. Kitts and Nevis and Guadeloupe and Martinique to look for bread when Dominica itself has enough bread to feed its people. These government need to go, and I reckon that they need to be booted out of office, and they need to go now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're taking a break, and we're going to come back, Dominica. We're going to come back right after this.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Experience Digicel's extraordinary French West Indies and international bundle. Simply dial *134*60# to activate the plan. Catch up with your regional and international friends and family by paying only $20 for 100 minutes to call USA, Canada, UK fixed line, and the French West Indies to include Martinique, Guadeloupe, and Guyana. Bonjour. Bonjour. Digicel, providing you with the best prepaid value. Experience the best value only with Digicel. Digicel terms and conditions apply.
Robot and cuisine like a stew wings. If I had the wings like a dove, a man produce a dove cooking margarine. He can serve it to stew her wings. It's a dove cover chicken, the beef, the pork, a nice brown color and a wonderful flavor. Dove is the real deal. Maui Robot Adi, I still like my hot bread with dove cooking margarine, the orange margarine. I use my finger to open the bread. I juke it with my finger and I'm going to tap it say a dove cooking margarine with the same finger. Now, if you hear the housewives of Dominica, I must have my wings cured with dove. Madame Blanc. I must have my wings cured with dove. Robert's Dove Cooking Margarine, monsieur. Stew it with dove. Agents Fine Foods Inc. and a hot boutique and a supermarket. Wopia.
Digicel Carnival. Purchase a new prepaid SIM to receive 1 gigabyte free data on your smartphone. Plus, get free credit for 3 months. This Carnival, jump over to Digicel and get the best value. New prepaid SIM, 1 gigabyte free data plus 3 months free credit. Promotion ends February 28th. Digicel Carnival. Digicel Carnival. The National Cooperative Credit Union Limited is offering cash secured loans at a very special 5.99% interest rate. Members can use savings and deposits to quickly obtain loans for any purpose. Just walk into any of NCCU's 6 branches today and apply. Set your own repayment terms and get your same day loan. Promotion ends May 31, 2017. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm a professional. It's true. All day we drinking and we don't need no chaser.
This is one recorded zone. I'm telling you, February 8th, Dominica, I will begin live with something called Carnival 2017. It's all about Carnival City, Pottersville. Dominica is going to be crazy. How will we say? All day we drinking and we don't need no chaser. And when we reach in the bed, and then we're gonna get some iron.
Enjoy the simple things, the joy Solanza brings. Go from land to back, it's a good-natured snack. All natural, hands in chips. Land to pack, it's a good-natured snack.
It's nature to you in no time. Pick up a pack of Soldanza today.
All natural, hands in chips. Land to pack, it's a good-natured snack.
By popular demand, Stedham 10 presents Volume 4. Stedham meets Carnival on Saturday, February 4th, 9 p.m. at the Strip Lale Coco. Saturday, February 4th, right after the grand opening of Carnival, a night of Bacchanal Carnival Lego Jacket. Who will be the first ever Stedham Jesters Monarch for a grand prize of $500? Walk Suck Unwanted DBS Mighty Jack Lady V. Stedham meets Carnival, also Stedham Calypsonians, and the Bad Boys from Lapwet First Serenade. Legend! Saddam Mids Carnival, Lapoca with Sensei, Boba, DJ Girls, Carib Girls, Mapao Girls. Bacchanal Classics by General Natty Spencer, Dine one more. Hold my thing and do something. Saturday, February 4th, after Carnival opening. Saddam Mids Carnival on the strip, Lale Coco from 9 p.m. Partners include DigiSat Headline Sponsor, Caribbean Big Edge, Soccer Rum, Domlek, Dominican National Lotteries, Media 7-Eleven Plus, and Milan's Bar and Green, Mapao, Petro Caribbean Court, Vibes Radio, Fine Foods, ACSQ 95 FM, The Signman, Simon's Visual Arts, Kyrie FM, DBS Radio, Mapping 2K4, T-Bex Scholar Lab, DNO, Saddam Mids Carnival, Saturday, February 4th, San Kaima.
Are we taking a phone call? Hello.
First Peltier.
Yes, sir.
The walls of Jericho are finally crumbling. Some years ago, Matt, I don't know if you recall, I told you if you gave Scarrett enough rope, he would hang himself. And now we are witnessing the tightening of the noose around his neck. Matt, the white man in America, the State Department will deal with Scarrett. Dominicans may be impotent, Matt, in terms of removing this evil and crooked man from the governance of Dominica, but the Americans will take care of him. Matt, if the Americans can impeach their own presidents, Nixon and I believe Clinton, you think is that little corrupt boy from Vickers will not prosecute? Just you wait and see. Good morning.
Good morning. More phone calls coming in at this time. 449-3095. 449-3096. We continue to watch the reports around the world as it relates to this scandal hitting Dominica at this time. We're coming right back.
For all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica, shop at S-Mart.
Oh yes, it's good and free. What's that the Eric William passed away? He shipped rough water that day. Someone turned the bridge over to a captain.
Somebody says, Matt, please, can you just play me this song? Well, your wish is my command in the morning. It's 9:36. This is the hot set.
Location 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela. SOS, SOS, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. The Trinidad, a luxury liner, sailing
one there from the Gypsy in the morning.
At the best prices in Dominica. Shop at S-Mart. Shop smart at S-Mart.
Shop smart at S-Mart. Give me some Lotto.
All my favorite
Shop
snacks.
smart at S-Mart. I get a top-up flow. Shop smart at S-Mart.
Sunday to Sunday.
Open on holidays. Shop smart at S-Mart. So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service. Yeah. Unlimited parking. Yeah. All the best products at S-Mart. You get the best prices.
Shop smart at S-Mart for great prices and unlimited parking. Entrance and exit on both Goodwin Road and Rawls Avenue. Open 7 days a week. Call 448-2340. Shop smart at
S-Mart.
Digicel Carnival. Purchase a new prepaid SIM to receive 1 gigabyte free data on your smartphone. Plus, get free credit for 3 months. This Carnival, jump over to Digicel and get the best value. New prepaid SIM, 1 gigabyte free data plus 3 months free credit. Promotion ends February 28th. Digicel Carnival. Digicel Carnival.
The Showdown Mass Camp is on again this Friday at the Hallam Plaza.
This week's theme is
Pirates of the Caribbean. Dress in your pirate's outfit and join the fun.
And join the fun at Showdown Mass Camp. Featuring Checo,
Bob, Benno, Size,
Leona, Picklock, Triumph,
Judgment,
Inciter, Sunproof,
Chelsea,
Trinity, King Dice, and more.
Come surprise and surprises.
This Friday, 9 p.m. till at the Hallam Plaza.
9 p.m. till at the Hallam Plaza.
Sponsored by Fine Foods Inc., Continental Store, Neo Expressions Inc., VF Inc., Caribbean, Singwalla Bloomquist Williams, Doc Relator and Glenn.
You must not miss this one. Showdown Mass Camp this Friday.
Don't miss it. This is Leona.
Robert and cuisine like a stew wings. If I say conseil chanter. If I had wings like a dove, a man produce a dove cook in margarine. He can serve it to stew her wings. It's a dove kebab chicken, the beef, the pork, a nice brown color and a wonderful flavor. Dove is the real deal. Maui Robert Adi, I still like my hot bread with dove cooking margarine. The orange margarine. I use in my finger to open the bread. I juke it with my finger and I'm going to tap it say if it dove cooking margarine with the same finger. Now, if you hear the housewives of Dominica, I must have my wings stewed with dove. Madame Blanc. I must have my wings stewed with dove. Robert's Dove Cooking Margarine, messieurs, stew it with dove. Agents Fine Foods Inc. and a hot boutique and a supermarket. On paye.
I'm a professional.
I'm telling you, February 8th, Dominica, I will be there live with some perfect Carnival 2017. It's all about Carnival City. Pottersville, Dominica is going to be crazy. How will we say? Oh, they be drinking and we don't need no chaser. And when we reach in the bed, you know you're gonna get some iron.
Most original carnival, Dominica's Carnival, Mass Dominic 2017, February 4th to the 28th. Revel in the splendor of a masquerade band. Experience the parade, the non-stop fets, Dominica nights, Dominique do, Mass Dominic, the real mass. Come, revel with us. Visit us online at 921.
By popular demand, Stardom 10 presents Volume 4 Stardom Meets Caravan on Saturday, February 4th, 9 p.m. at the Strip Lale Coco. Saturday, February 4th, right after the grand opening of Carnival, a night of Bacchanal Carnival Lego Jackets. Who will be the first ever Stardom Jesters Monarch for a grand prize of $500? Walk Suck Unwanted DBS Mighty Jack Lady V. Stardom Men's Carnival, also Stardom Calypsonians, and the Bad Boys from Lapwet First Serenade. Legend! Stardom Men's Carnival, Lapoca with Sensei, Bwapa, TG Girls, Carib Girls, Mapao Girls. Bacchanal Classics by General Natty Spencer, Dine One More. Hold my thing and do something. Saturday, February 4th, after Carnival opening. Stardom Men's Carnival at the Strip Lale Coco from 9 p.m. Partners include Digicel Headline Sponsor, Caribbean Big and Soccer Rum, Domlek, Dominican National Lotteries, Media 7-Eleven Plus and Millions Bar and Green, Mapao, Petro Caribbean Court, Vibes Radio, Fine Foods, ACSQ 95 FM, The Signman, Simon's Visual Arts, Carry FM, DBS Radio, Mapping 2K4, Tubex Cola, TNO, Stardom Men's Carnival, Saturday, February 4th, San Kaima.
I'm a professional.
I'm telling you, February 8th, Dominica, I will be there live with some perfect Carnival 2017. It's all about Carnival City, Pottersville. Dominica is going to be crazy. How will we say? Oh, they be drinking and we don't need no chaser. And when we reach in the bed, you know you're gonna get some iron.
There's a lot more going on. I will update you at 1 o'clock. In the meantime, we have a few more minutes to wrap it up on the hot set. Message there from Gabriel Christian via WhatsApp. Britons. In a meeting yesterday, Dominicans in defense of democracy formed here. And the U.S. a partner of our nationals at home and abroad. Our chairperson is Marceline Edwards of New Jersey and our spokespersons Jeffers Joseph of New York. We are coordinating civil servants. Dominica-based civil society, the official opposition, and the ruling party. Democracy-loving dissidents on island who feel betrayed by the regime and desire a return to a law-abiding government committed to democracy. As I said, our chair is Marceline Edwards, and spokesperson for Dominicans in Defense of Democracy, called 3D. 3D is a non-partisan democracy and sustainable development organization formed in light of the misconduct of the current regime in Dominica in appointing criminals to represent our nation. 3D was formed on Tuesday, January 24, 2017, following an emergency meeting of Dominicans at home and abroad due to the escalating scandal involving our government and its alliance of international criminals and diplomats. 3D is committed to uniting Dominicans at home and abroad to effect beneficial change on Dominica, promoting sustainable development. We shall work to ensure our island regains its reputation as a respected law-abiding democracy committed to the best practices of international relations and to return our beloved homeland to that of a trustworthy member of the international community of nations. So, a group formed in the US called 3D. Its aim, the defense of democracy in Dominica. Again, the numbers are 449-3095, 449-3096, and 449-3097. Somebody says to me there in a WhatsApp message, Matt, 275 ships registered to Dominica and people trying to defend the shit. Our flag, yes, our flag, being used to circumvent international sanctions and used in illegality. Tell the folks who defend us to reflect. 9:53, hello.
Good morning, Matt. Matt, how are you?
How are you doing, sir?
Matt, okay, Matt, I are listening. Matt, I recall that election had passed. How Skerrit pulled the elderly. He tricked them. And they have been saying Skerrit is a good man. Matt, you think when they treat the people of God, God will not rebunked only one day?
Repeat your question, sir?
I said, when you trick the people of God, you fool them, you lie to them, you have all kinds of things to make you feel you big. You think God will not react on you one day?
Good question, sir. 9:54. He's watching for sure. Marceline Edwards, if you're listening, for some reason I am unable to call out this morning. But Marceline Edwards in New Jersey, if you're hearing me, call me on the overseas number 305-432-9624. Hello, talk to me. Yes, caller? All right, let's take another call. Hello.
Good morning.
I'm here.
If Mr. Linton caused all this controversy, isn't he a great man? Wow.
Hello. Yes, good morning, Matt. It's me. Matt, you know, I'm listening to this talk about the due diligence, Matt. Matt, do you know that a basic accounts opening clerk in any bank would do a better due diligence, Matt? Not just a basic Google search would tell you that this man was a man who had difficulties since long before these people did their due diligence. So I don't know what kind of a due diligence, and people need to understand that, and Skype must stop this lie I don't know who is doing this due diligence, how much they're paying for it. But, Matt, if you go to any bank when you open an account, Matt, a basic Google search would have shown that Monfared or whatever his name and all these criminals they have there would have revealed information on them. So I don't know what firm they're paying and how much they're paying that for.
So you're having problems with this agency, they claim did this due diligence.
Yes, Matt. Matt, let me tell you something. Matt, I don't know about people. I worked as a compliance